Welcome back. There's a new school year. There's a new season of Crunch Time, and best believe I am more than excited to deliver the sports content with the rest of the Crunch Time team for this 2025-2026 season. I am Dylan Walter here, and today it's been a great week for the Governor, so we have to come and give you guys a sneak peek. I know you don't see the rest of the crew, but this is just a sneak peek of the great year that we're going to have for Austin Peay Athletics. So let's start here. Let's go in order, right? So the Govs, during the summer, July 16th, had the opportunity to go to Bridgestone and put a face to the name of the Governors. It was the UAC Media Day at Bridgestone. You had Coach Ferris, our new transfer quarterback, Chris Parsons there, and the rest of the Governors football team there to show themselves and speak highly of what they have anticipated going forward this season.
Well, it's a little bit different because we have a third child. Baby Cal was born December 21st, but it's, night and day. You think we took this job on December 9th, 2023. The portal was already open. You're recruiting high school kids, and you're just trying to catch up. And really, year one, we used both the December portal window, high school recruiting, and the May window to finally get to a team to hopefully play and compete. And our kids fought it. This year, when we came back on January 21st, we had a football team. And we train that football team, and it's going to be 8 months of preparation to get ready to play the first game, and then we use the May portal window to improve in certain areas. But I couldn't be more excited. I think it's completely different, but we've learned from what happened year one and have addressed those things to make sure they don't happen year two. Yeah, I think defensively it starts with Davion Hood, Kinston Reeves, Ellis. Those guys are great players, but they're even better leaders, and it's fun to be around those guys every single day. They make me better. Offensively, Chris Parsons a great example. Chandler Curtin's a great leader. He's a returning all-conference player. Nick Hilliard's a new name that guys are going to know about. He's an all-conference player at Princeton. And those are just a few of them. But, I could go on forever because I think this is becoming a player-led team, and that's been the fun part of it. But Carson Smith in the special teams arena, we've got a lot of really, really good players.
I'm 13 or 14 years old, so I was going to the David Cutcliffe quarterback camps when I was a kid. My dad would drive me to North Carolina, and that was when I first met Coach Ferris. And so I felt like it was a full circle moment because the day the portal opened up, Coach Ferris was the first coach that reached out to me that morning. And so that really meant a lot to me. Also with Coach Billerman being the offensive coordinator, QB coach, I met him when I was around 15 years old as well when he was working at Rice. So it was like a full circle moment. Extremely thankful, extremely blessed to be able to be pushed, challenged, and coached by those guys. And it's ultimately made me a better person and a better player. Yes, sir. First, I like to declare myself as a leader. I feel like leadership is important. I feel like that's the way the quarterbacks win games, bringing others up with you and finding ways to come out on top. So first, I like to look at myself as a leader. I feel like I have a really good arm. I can utilize my legs when need be. I love getting my teammates involved and finding ways to win games. I feel like that's the most important stat as a quarterback. Not passing yards, not touchdowns, not rushing yards, not third down conversions, but winning. And when you find ways to win, those things will come. And so if I had to explain to people, a little bit about myself is that I want to lead. I want to be able to put my team in the best position to be successful, and I want to find ways to win games.
Oh yeah, well it's going to be fun. Every game we play is going to be a competitive game, and that's always something they're trying to instill in us, Austin Peay, that we're going to go out and compete every time we step on that field. And especially Middle Tennessee and Georgia. It's going to be some fun games, especially playing at that, say, FBS caliber level team. It's going to be fun to be able to prove. Well, a couple of areas I worked on is trying to gain a little bit of weight. Last year I was a little bit underweight, so I gained at least a little 10 pounds, a little extra, a little muscle. And then I say just my pass rush. I've been trying to just go take everything step by step to be able to learn just the little things in the pass rush to be able to take my game to the next level.
And thank you to our own Jeremy Days, man, the man on the move. He always finds a way to be at the right place at the right time. Shot that live coverage there for the UAG Media Day. So shout out to Jeremy because he's always getting that behind the scenes footage. Now, the most important part. If you don't know, now you know. Here is the breaking news for you. There is a new face in town when it comes to the leadership of athletics. That is right. We have a new interim athletic director by the name of Mr. Jordan Harmon, and I had the privilege of sitting down with him, picking his brain, and just seeing what were his ideas and goals and his early life like before he came to Austin Peay. And you know, I think we had a pretty good conversation. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back for more. What's going on, everybody? Austin Peay Sports Network CrunchTime is back, and I am more than excited to be back. It's a new school year, and we have a new face in the building. As y'all know, my regular old face, I'm Dylan Walton here, and CrunchTime is ready to get to going with our first big guest of the year, and probably the biggest guest of them all. We have the new interim 2025 athletic director, Mr. Jordan Harmon. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm great. I appreciate you guys having me on today.
And I'm excited to be here with you. It's been, I mean, you've had a long 2 years. We're going to get into it, but I want to start, first of all, you from St. Louis.
Yep.
How was it? Early life in St. Louis. You know, you got the Cardinals, you got the Rams. You know, I don't know anything else you did, but just how was it growing up in St. Louis?
Yeah, I mean, growing up in St. Louis, I think the biggest thing was it's a sports town, right? So immediately from the very beginning, not only were my parents big sports folks, but like the whole city revolves around the Blues, the Cardinals at the time, the Rams, everything. So you get indoctrinated and engrossed in sports. So immediately I had a foundation where my parents invested in me to be able to play sports. I was around watching sports all the time, and you know, I loved it. I had opportunities to play and enjoy it and be around it, and that's kind of what started my love for everything athletics.
Okay, that's good. So did you grow up a Rams fan as well?
No, absolutely not. And of recent, people judge, but I have been a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan since the day I was born. Oof. I was actually born in Tampa, moved to St. Louis real young, so I've been a Bucs fan. Okay. The Tom Brady year was fun, but I had a bunch of bad years outside of that. Yeah. So, you know.
And really until like he came there, everything was pretty
much, yeah.
Only Mike Evans. And
that's so it's been good since.
Okay. That's not bad. So how did everything end up here? Like you say, your parents put that sports bug in you. You grew up around it in St. Louis. How did you end up choosing baseball?
Yeah, I think, I played a bunch of different sports growing up. Baseball was just something that I fell in love with. Outside of that, it was the one I was best at. So it gave me the best opportunity to continue to play and grow my career. I love every sport. I just wasn't very gifted in all of them. So I stuck with the one that gave me an opportunity to come to Austin Peay and continue my career, and that's kind of how it all came up.
Okay. And then how did Austin Peay become involved once you got past high school in that college recruitment process?
Yeah, so you go through the whole process, right, and schools are reaching out, and you're going on different visits, and you're having conversations with people, and you're going to see the campuses. And I was fortunate when I came to Austin Peay, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the culture, I fell in love with the people, and they had a tradition of winning, and that was something that mattered to me. And I was just told in my heart that I knew I needed to come to Austin Peay, and I'm sure glad I did.
Yeah, I mean you did, and basically haven't left since you got here.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. You know, once you get to the P, it's hard to leave.
Exactly.
And that's a good thing. So you graduated with your bachelor's in finance.
Yes.
And then you returned to come to get management with your master's in management.
Yes.
Right? So what was the process of you returning? Because some people say they don't want to return at the same school they got their bachelor's, and some people say they do. So what was your thought process with that?
Well, after I graduated, I got an opportunity to start working at Austin Peay as a director of development, and kind of as I got my feet under me and felt a little bit more comfortable, I knew we had an opportunity to get a master's program. And outside of the athletics department and some people on that side of things, there were a lot of really influential people for me in the College of Business. And there's some professors that made a difference. And I loved what Dean Hepner was doing. And I felt and was inclined to get a master's. And I wanted to do it at my first alma mater. So Austin Peay through and through, I guess.
You know, just like me, man. Very inspirational.
Yeah.
Very inspirational. But no, that's amazing because, you know, at one point I thought about, you know, venturing out to going to sea. But I was like, I've worked so hard here. I've established connections here. And why start over brand new when you're trying to just put your foot in the door? But now, you know, being here and getting my degree here, I've understood like what a sense of community and building that network,
right.
and that whole tree of
right.
everything Austin Peay offers. So it's amazing that I came back, and it's honestly a blessing.
Yeah, no, this place is special, and I think you're right. It's hard to leave once you get engrossed in it, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the culture I think has been created, not only in the athletics department, but this entire university.
Okay. So fresh out of college, I want to make sure I get this right. You
Yep.
landed the Assistant Director of Athletics of Development.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that transition like? Fresh out of college and now boom, in baseball, and now you go straight into the real world, full-time job.
Yeah, you know, Chris Phillips, who's now the VP of AEP, was the one who reached out to me and met with me initially about the job, and he was the one that gave me the opportunity to start. And it was huge, one, to have just like a support system of some people that were like, okay, hey, we understand you're new to the real world, we know you're joining in. But at the same time, I think you put yourself in a position that you kind of sink or swim, right? You
Yeah.
dive right into it, and you take advantage of every opportunity you get. I think something that is often brought up is you're too young, right? I was 22-year-old trying to fundraise money for the athletics department. Well, I don't agree with that. Let's go get it. Let's have an opportunity to be successful, and we're going to show people through professionalism and work ethic and desire and grit that we can get this thing done. So just kind of pouring into the folks around me as they poured into me and continue to learn, and I was blessed by a great community that just wanted to support.
Yeah. And you mentioned the fundraising. I read that during your time here before you eventually went on to a new adventure, you were part of the 2 best year run when it comes to fundraising, raising over $6 million.
Yes.
Talk about the dedication, the hard work, what went into it, how, especially for a university. It's not like you're raising for, you know, a big company like Google or something like that. It's
Right.
just for a small town university, mid-major school.
Yeah. No, I think the big thing for me is, and we say this all the time, is many hands touch a gift. Every single relationship or every single interaction someone has with someone, that affects their perception on the university, the athletics department. And we've got an incredible president, and President Licari. We've got incredible coaches that are winning, that make fundraising a lot easier.
Yeah.
And we've got an incredible community that wants to support all the good things going on. So was it hard? Maybe, but you know, it was fun. It was energizing, and it was great just to watch people pour back into the student athlete I once was.
Yeah.
And to be able to make a difference each and every day was special. I say it all the time. You're not asking people to give money. You're asking them to fulfill their passions. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we try to continue to grow each and every day.
Yeah, I wish I had a $6 million passion because
I wish you did too. We'd be more than happy to take it.
Yeah, but no, raising $6 million is, regardless of what it's for, is simply amazing. The fact that, like you said, everyone was able to work together and achieve that goal, that's amazing. But personally, you know, since you started that entry-level job once you got in, at 22 years old, you found a way to just elevate your position more and more each time. Speak about the challenge that you may have internally. Like, what motivates you to just climb that career ladder?
Yeah, I think, you know, again, it's all about mentors. I already spoke about Chris Phillips and President Licari, but Gerald Harrison, the previous athletics director, was a huge mentor to me and one of my best friends. And you know, I got to the opportunity to learn from him each and every day and grow from him, and that matters. I also think that, you know, again, I was a former student athlete. My wife was a former student athlete here.
She played golf.
She played golf here. So just being able to pour back into who we once were is really what was all the motivation I needed. I mean, and that's the way we're going to look at this interim role as well. Is it has nothing to do with anything about me or my family, and it has everything to do with how do we make Austin Peay athletics the best we possibly can.
That's solid. See, that's
Yeah, appreciate that.
yes, sir. That's pretty good. But no, because right now, and this is just me speaking personally. Right now, I'm in that mindset of how can I get better. I just got done with this internship I did for the summer with the Tennessee Golf Association.
Yeah.
And I put myself in a room where I had never even been, not anywhere in my environment before, and I learned so much. And so now I'm in that position of what can I climb next? Where can I learn more next? Because every time you go up, and it's not about the money, it's how much more can you learn? Because when it becomes about the money, you know what you need to know, and then the money just going to fall in line.
Exactly. Everything else will take care of itself. And what I'll say about, I can speak to my kind of career sector is people are very willing to help and support. If I was to reach out to a Georgia's AD, he's going to respond and he's going to offer advice and he's going to support. And you know what? If there's one that doesn't, that's not really someone you want to surround yourself with anyway. But this is not only a community locally, but a community within college athletics that really want to help support one another. And I mean, that's what I would say to anyone really looking to continue to climb that ladder is make relationships, build connections. I mean, people want to support one another.
Yeah. Yeah. When they do it all works out.
It does.
All works out.
It
so,
does.
Lastly, just a few more questions.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more interested in this one. So, the last 2 years, like I mentioned in the intro, have been like a whirlwind for you.
Yeah.
You've had a child. You started a family.
Yep.
You were in Florida for a year.
Yes.
You were hired here in July for a different position.
Yes.
Just a month later to have one of the biggest positions in athletics. Just talk about the mentality, the mental health, the family aspect, your wife, you're just building a family, the whole nine over the last 2 years. How have you been feeling about that?
Blessed.
Yes.
Each and every day, right? Each and every day we're thankful, and we're always grounded in our Lord and Savior, and that's kind of what strengthens me each and every day. Outside of that, I mean, my wife is incredibly supportive and is always involved and wants to do and help and support every which way she can, and I wouldn't be here without her as well. And then professionally, again, Gerald and President Licari and others, I'm surrounded by great people that support me through this journey. So each and every day is a blessing, and each and every day is an opportunity to make this place better. And we transitioned away for a minute for some other reasons and came right back, and we're thankful to come right back and get rolling. And then as roles change, opportunities become greater, and that's all that matters. That's how we're going to look at it. Yeah. So take advantage of each and every opportunity you get.
Yeah, and make the best of it.
That's it.
Make the best of it. So now, this is my favorite segment. Whenever I like to interview people, I just like to throw quick hitters out there just to get to know.
All right.
So first, I want to start off, your favorite 3 teammates while you played here at Austin Peay.
Casey Bredlau, Caleb Powell, and I'm going to give you 4.
Okay.
Shane Lantigua and Levi Primacy.
Well, like all of you on the same team the same year?
We were all the same class.
Oh.
We played all 4 years together. Caleb was my roommate. All 4 of them stood next to me on my wedding day.
Oh.
We're all still best friends. I've got a longer list because this place is so special, but those would be the 4 because we went through it all.
Okay. Favorite Bucks player?
All time or right now?
Let's do both.
Okay. All time, I'm going to go Rondé Barber.
Okay.
And currently, I would probably say, that's a tough one. Because Mike Evans is such a cliche, right? It's such a cliche.
No Mike Evans.
No Mike Evans. Okay. I love Cameron Brate. He's a tight end.
Yeah. Tight end.
He just does it.
Yeah.
He just does it.
Workhorse.
He's a workhorse.
He's a true workhorse.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. This year, give me 3 words to describe this year. So when May comes, whatever happens in May, how do you want to define this year?
I hope the 3 things that we're talking about with Austin Peay Athletics is how we represent ourselves in the classroom, in the community, and in competition. So if we take care of those 3 C's, everything else will take care of themselves.
And I like that.
Yeah.
And I like it. That's solid. The 3 C's. You heard them. So I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you coming on, talking to us today.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. We got a good year ahead of us.
Looking forward to it.
It's only September.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of games to go through. And I'm just happy to get to it. Another year.
Yeah.
And let's get to it, man. So, Mr. Jordan, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you for all your time and all you do for Austin Peay.
Yeah, I'll try my best. This has been Crunch Time, interview on Crunch Time, and we're going to get back to it. And thank you to Mr. Jordan for sitting down with the CrunchTime team and myself, just giving us some insight on what he thinks this season can go down as, because I think we have a great chance for all of our teams to do pretty well this season. So I appreciate him, and hopefully we can do it again in like a mid-season check-in. But this is the best part. You have a new face in town, Mr. Jordan, and what better way to start his regime than with a W on the road in Murfreesboro against the Blue Raiders. And not only did we win, we dominated. We controlled from the opening kickoff to the final whistle, 34-14. And the best thing, yeah, we got some highlights for you guys. So let's see how those Govs destroyed those Blue Raiders.
For Austin Peay is Chris Parson, the transfer from Mississippi State. He's going to tuck it, and that ball is loose. It's on the turf, and diving on it was Zach Bowden.
Knowing that, hey, maybe you might be able to run the ball this game.
First down and 10. Parson, pressured, got to get rid of it. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for the sack. Simmons, the back in motion. Parson stepping up, looking near sideline, and it's caught. Shamar Kirk breaking free. Might have got dragged down by the face mask, but it doesn't matter either way. Seventh play of the drive. Parson, empty set, looking across the middle, touchdown! Jaden Robinson, the transfer from Kennesaw State, and the Govs march it right down the field and put up 6 on middle.
And you see right here, they set up right.
Middlebrook on the keeper, near sideline, a lot of room in front of him, and a big pickup for Middle Tennessee on second down. Third down and 5. Middle bringing 5. Parson, long shot towards the end zone, as a man caught and out at the 1-yard line. Cortland Simmons in the backfield with Parson. Handoff up the middle, touchdown Govs.
The give is to number 11, Cortland Simmons.
And that sound you hear is the contingency from Clarksville that has made the trek down I-24. And the Govs have officially put the Blue Raiders on notice.
Which really makes them predictable, and that's what we've been seeing. They've been struggling in the past.
Running to the left side and getting brought down. No, still going. Still keeping those puppies churning. 17th play of the drive. It's taken 9 minutes. Parson, touchdown, wide open, Jackson Head. Their hometown Blue Raiders down 21-0 against Austin Peay. First and goal from the 5. Middlebrook in the backfield with Vadiato. 48 seconds to go in the half. Here comes the blitz. Vadiato, quick trigger to Cox. Touchdown. And Ellis is saying that Cox bobbled it. Here against Austin Peay again. This is the first time that these two teams have played. For Smith. Put his foot into it and got it.
The kick is good. New score 24-7.
Govs show pressure. They bring it. Vadiato throwing back shoulder to Carter. Waiting for the call. Touchdown. Derek Mason was trying to get the field goal squad out on the field as soon as possible, but finally a connection in like a rhythm throw from Vadiato with the receiver. 36-yard field goal attempt for Carson Smith. And he got it.
Child lock. They've been balling all night.
Great kick sends Bond back to the 15. Slips out of a few tackles, and Javarius Bond, nothing but green in front of him. Only the punter to beat. Cuts back at the 40, Oh, what a back-breaking return by Javius Bond.
Watch for the tight end to come across the motion.
First and goal from the 2. Smith on the keeper, diving for it. Touchdown, Govs. And it all started with the punt return out of the game. Long pass to Najee Cox. An FBS opponent for the first time since 1987 as the Govs come to Murfreesboro and lay down the law.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you see, it's been a jam-packed week. So that's why it's just a solo crew today, because it was an emergency. It was Mayday here. But that's all we have for this first episode of Season 11 of Crunch Time. Thank you to Steve Sawyer, David Hudson, Doc V, Mo's on the 1s and 2s, and everyone else who played a part in making this episode happen this week. I am Dylan Walton, and that is Crunch Time Season 11, Episode number 1. We'll see you again later on.